and microwave. For an oven, not so much. It doesn't seem to cook very well. I made that this morning, and I made brownies last night, and the brownies are like real fudgy, and they're like barely cooked. I don't understand it. I picked up a pH tester for soil at a nursery, and picked up a pizza for myself, and I think it's over. They burned it, but I'll eat it. Well, it's Tuesday. It's rainy, but that's okay. Brian was home today. I helped move. They had like a queen-size bed upstairs in a spare room or whatever, and I helped him move that into the garage. I guess what they're going to do is turn the guest room into kind of an office with a futon. But if we have people come over, like relatives or whatever, they can sleep on a futon. Futons are very comfortable. And I was expecting something to come tomorrow, but it came today. And it's supposed to be really big and extra super duper. And not only does it have a way to open it, the button closes it as well. I know. Bad luck to open it up inside. But, let's see. It's made so if it's really, really windy, and this is fairly thick, that if it's really windy it won't collapse the umbrella. And it's very windy around here, so maybe. And now there's a button to close it. Let's see if that works. Oh, want to see that again? Whoa, wait a minute. Here's the open. And here's the collapse. Here we go. Wow. Nifty neato. I've been wanting an umbrella. Apparently the ones that I had before didn't make it out here or something. I had like a British looking kind of black with the shepherd crook handle. I had one of those. I don't know what happened to it. I also had a zebra shaped one that went in the car all the time. Oh, you know, pattern. It didn't make it either. This is really cool. It's got a little cover. I can put this in a bag if I travel or in the car or whatever. This is great. Good size. Good strength. Glad. And it's yellow, so they can't say I didn't see her. I thought it was supposed to have edging around the edge that was light in the dark, but it says Teflon. Lifetime guarantee. Who's Lifetime? Oh, it was Aunt Gertrude's lifetime, and she died last week, so what can I say? Tomorrow I watch Little Man all day. Today I had itching to do so I went to the local nursery. Ashley was trying to hang her wind chimes that her sister gave her, and they're about 5 foot long in total. They're big ones. And she couldn't find a place to hang it from. So I went to a local nursery, and they have these shepherd hooks, you know, and I was asking the lady there if she thought one of those shepherd hooks would be strong enough. She said, as long as you get a really good foothold in the ground, the bigger shepherd hook should work. Or an arbor, like one of those archway things that you can have flowers grow over. An archway thing would work as well, because we have a lot of strong winds out here. So I'll have to let her know. Probably tomorrow. I don't want to bother him. And when she didn't know what to do with the chimes, she put them in the garage. Well, I sewed a couple pillowcases end to end, and I slipped it in the pillowcases to protect it. I didn't want anything happening to it. I'm sure it was expensive. So it's in the garage waiting. Bought myself a pizza. It's burnt, but I'll eat it. I could have said something, but what are they going to do? Make another one, I suppose, but I don't know. Tried calling my sister-in-law to wish her happy birthday. No answer. She has her own cell phone, which you can never leave a message. It's always full. And then they live on a farm. I mean, they have horses on the farm. So I called the farm. Left a message on the answering machine. This was about 4:30 their time. I figured she'd be home. Unless my brother got off work early and they decided to go out someplace. She just doesn't like answering the phone, I guess. Or maybe she doesn't like me. I'm having a really hard time with that. Trying to come to grips with reality, period, and how I had such a bizarre childhood. It's not overprotected. It was raised by a narcissist, and if it didn't make my mom look good, I wasn't allowed to go anywhere and do anything. And I'd make a friend, and as soon as I made a friend, within a week, I didn't have him as a friend anymore, and I don't know why. I don't know if it was me, or the parents saying you can't hang out with that girl because of her parent, her mom, or I don't know why. I'd kind of like to ask my brother if he has a clue. My other brother that died, he wouldn't have known. He was Mom's patsy. He was her little gopher. David's just far enough out of, he's 6 years younger than I am, that he could see things from the outside instead of being dipped inside of it all. And dipped in shit. I'm having a really hard time coping with life, period. Right now. And I do have to make a doctor appointment. I told Brian that today. And he said, oh, well, let me know, because he is applying for a job somewhere else that makes a little more money. And he may end up having to work the job he's working now, plus the other one, to see which one he really wants to keep. So he'll be working a hell of a lot more, and I'll be watching Little Man all the time. So I don't know what's going to happen. There's a lot of stress going on here, I suppose, and I'm trying to be as, what's the word? It sounds good. Inobtuse? Is that a word? I mean, it's a word, but I don't know if it's right. I'm trying to be as harmless as possible to them and their situation. But I bought myself a carnation plant that's supposed to be able to grow in this crappy soil out here. And I bought a Little John dwarf bottle brush plant. It's an evergreen, and in the springtime they have these red fluffy flowers on the end. It's an awesome looking plant. And they didn't have them in the Midwest. I've never seen these things before. But there are so many people out here that have them, and they can grow out here. So if it works, they're a little more expensive, but I looked online and you can propagate a whole plant from a stem, put in water, 6 weeks in water, a little root will grow. And there's so many in the neighborhood that if I took a walk around the neighborhood, I could pick a couple, 2-3 sprigs, and try sprouting them. Because they're on the outside of people's fences, between the fence and the sidewalk. And nobody really would notice. I don't think anyone would notice. And bees love the plants. We need to be able to have more bees hanging around, because they help with plant life and stuff. I'm not talking hornets or wasps, I'm talking bees. Bees are harmless. Hornets and wasps are little bastards. They'll sting you again and again and again, and it hurts. It feels like a needle with fire. Bumblebees, or bees, they know if they sting you, they're going to die. Because when their stinger comes out, they die. So they aren't really after us. They're just after the nectar. Here I go, yabba yabba yabba. It's chilly outside, just chilly enough so you can see your breath. And we're in the clouds, like the clouds have come down. We're in the foothills of the mountains. We're not really in the valley, But we're not in the mountains either. But when the clouds come low, we are in a fog. We are in a drizzly whatever. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. It's not going to last. And in the summer when it's endless sun and no clouds in the sky or anything, that gets to you. Because then you're so hot you want to take your skin off and you can't. But right now it's nice and things are green and it's really nice. Because it doesn't stay that way down here in Southern California. It turns into like desert real quick in the spring. The soil's shit. I'm going to try to figure out how I can make the soil better for this yard anyway. Enough yakking. Let's get this up. That's what he said. Let's get this up. I have a joke in mind for tomorrow. I can't remember it all the way. I'm going to have to look it up to see. I may have told it. Within the last 10 years of telling jokes, I may have told it. But I like it. And I watched a movie today which reminded me of the joke. I watched Charlotte's Web. What can that joke be about? You'll just have to find out. Tune in tomorrow for Whoop Whoop Wednesday and find out. Upward and onward.